nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. So today, we are looking at my model of the Starcraft 2 Marine. So yes, for those who don't know, I've never really played the Starcraft games, but I've always been a fan of the way they design the Marines, because they basically just look like jacked up astronauts, which I always thought was kind of cool. So, I decided to build a model based on the Starcraft 2 Marine. For reference material, I actually have this really old little Starcraft 2 figure, just like a generic Marine. I don't remember where I got this. I think it was, I think my brother got this for me on eBay years ago. If it was from like China, but it was a birthday gift, so he let it go. It didn't come painted with the visor and all that. That's actually, I added some of these colors. So the visor does open, but it doesn't seem to want to open right now, so... Okay, we're back. I actually was able to get the visor open, but yeah, you can see this figure is very old. It's got some scratches. I'm kind of worried that visor might break, actually, but there's a little Marine. I decided to go with a black Marine just because, I don't know, I want to do something different, because the actual head is unpainted. I literally just painted it with a Sharpie. I actually had to glue this whole figure together because it would literally fall apart all the time, so... I just stuck him in like a neutral pose and then just, colored the face in before I put it all back together. But there's the Marine. So, again, I know, I've talked about this figure already, but yeah, I thought it was really cool, so I wanted one. Took forever to get here, though, or at least a lot faster than I expected. I mean, this was years ago, so I don't even know if you can still get these anymore, but we'll put him back here next to his big boy here. So, here's the Lego model. Let's go ahead and bring him closer. We might need to get some height on this. Alright, it's about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, this is a big fella, so it's going to be hard to do this. So let's look at the gun first. If I can get it out without breaking his hands. So there's the rifle. It's based on their generic rifle. It's probably not accurate in the least, but I don't know. I just decided, I didn't go too crazy with the rifle, honestly. So it looks about as how you'd expect it. I guess. I don't know. I've never played the games. But I used to watch my brother play the games all the time. I was never really into strategy games as a kid, so, I thought the Marines were cool. I just, I'm more into, like, first-person shooters or, like, third-person shooters. So, naturally, I didn't really play stuff like Starcraft because you don't really control the soldiers. Or at least you don't control them, like, individually, if that makes sense. But, anyway, here's some of the torso. So, yeah, he's very poseable. A lot of ball joints. Tons of them. I don't move him very much, though, because I don't want those ball joints to get stupidly loose over time, so, for obvious reasons, he just kind of sits on the shelf. He does have individual, like, I guess, foot plates, so you can bend them in whatever direction you need them to. Again, he's super poseable, so any pose you need him to strike, he'll probably strike it, so, I don't know why I chose this dark blue. I think it's because it's all I had at the time. Because if I remember correctly, the Marines are more like they're more like a brighter kind of like just normal blue. I guess metallic if we're going to be technical about it, but I mean it is what it is. So when it came to the dome for the actual glass dome, since they're basically very astronaut-inspired soldiers. Because for those who don't know, I think if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, some of the people who made Warhammer were also like involved in making Starcraft, but again, I'm not too familiar with Warhammer. I've never really been into Warhammer. I prefer the Starcraft Marines because, again, I just think they look super cool. I just wish you could actually use them like in games and stuff. Although if you play a lot of Alien Swarm on Steam, you can actually, there's a mod so you can use like the Marines as playable characters. So like the medics and stuff will actually have like the models for the skins and all that, but, anyway, gun fell apart. It's okay, they're Legos, they snap back together, but, let me go ahead and, put the gun back in his arm, so he can be ready for combat. This isn't really based on any particular Marine, it's not Tychus Finley or anything. You get some close-ups of, all his details. Again, I didn't realize how big this figure actually was until I pulled him off the shelf, because I built him quite a long time ago. So, here, let me go handheld for this one. Yeah, he's a big boy. and there's a little friend there. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Again, there really wasn't much to look at with this figure, but again, I like to share my creations, so until next time, you all have a good one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!